That's that perma perk I just got. I'll explain in a second. The reason why I'm hitting the box again, for those of you who don't know, is because a Galil is probably better than the AN-94, which is the gun I'm going to be using as my third weapon. Although it's a debate. It's a debate to be had. I certainly do enjoy myself an upgraded AN-94. I do not think it is shabby at all. I think it's one of the better guns in the game, actually. It does work with double tap upgraded. Does serious work. It's not god tier by any means, but it's certainly not that far behind the wonder weapons. It certainly isn't. But yeah, it is certainly behind the wonder weapons, as is most things. But hey. So with double tap, yes, I am this power gamey. I am. Oh, actually, with double points is what I meant, not double tap. I am certainly going to be shooting for the head into crowds in future with double points, but I just remembered that I've still got the Galvanicles, which, I don't know, if you've been watching my channel for a reasonable amount of time, you'll know zombie power gaming strats, but let me just reiterate them for you. A body shot kill on zombies is worth, 60 points? It's been a while. 60 points, I think. A headshot kill is worth 100 points, and a melee kill is worth 130 points. So you will quickly discover, if you play this game enough, that oh, I just realised I lost my perma perk. But I'll talk about that in a second, the double points one. You'll quickly realise if you melee enough that it is a ridiculously good way of making more money in zombies, and so, especially when you have double points, if you can, earlier rounds, again, especially, I'm probably gonna, meleeing is the most efficient way to rack up points, because it's just 30 extra points per kill. One of the other point efficiency things is obviously not getting nukes. Nukes are worth 400 points to you, 800 during double points, whereas every kill to a zombie is worth 130. If you kill, definitely 4 zombies, right? But it's, let's see, 2 zombies is worth 160. Sorry, 260. 3 zombies is worth 390. So it is, yeah, 4. If you kill 4 zombies or more with a nuke, it's more worth it to knife them. But if you have more than 4 zombies, if you have less than 4 zombies on the field at the time, if you're at the end of a round, then it is way more profitable, definitely, to take the nuke. Well, not way more profitable, but it's more profitable to take the nuke. I usually don't take nukes until the later rounds. Once you get to the later rounds, like, point efficiency ceases to become an issue, and it's more about how quickly you can get to the next round. I just realised it's round 9. It tends to be every 4 rounds. I tend to find that is a good way to check it, but you always want to check, because the faster you can get 7 perks, the faster you can guarantee a quick revive charge. Because I still haven't explained the double points perk yet, but I will in a minute. If you get to 7 perks and you go down and get back up, the only free perk you can possibly get is quick revive, meaning you will guarantee that when you get a free perk, it's quick revive. Whereas if you have only 6 perks and you get downed, you could get quick revive, or you could end up getting the other perk you didn't have, the 7th perk. So it's way more safe to have all 7 perks as fast as possible. So, on to the double points perma perk. If you earn 3,000 or more points during 1 double points, you will get your hands on a perma perk that halves the price of everything during double points. What this means, but you lose that perma perk if you don't spend 1,000 points or more during the next double points. Whoop whoop, Galil hype. I usually don't pick up the Galil, I usually stick with the AN, so that's good. Next steps, I'm going to show off the money duplication glitch, or money duplication trick, or something. Because I have yet to show it off. It's probably best to wait till I get Flopper, so we're going to get Perma Flopper. You get Perma Flopper by taking damage, fall damage, a certain amount of fall damage, a certain amount of times. You can do this by jumping off certain ledges. I do it with the paralyzer because it's just easier. Ooh. Be careful when you're at this level of almost dead, though. Obviously, as usual. Like, that goes without saying. So, if you do that enough times, and it'll be obvious when you have done it enough times, then you will get Permaflopper, which, for those of you who don't remember, in Black Ops 1, Flopper is a perk that allows you to take no damage from explosives. And it had a couple of other benefits in Black Ops 1. A few of them have returned, a few of them haven't. The one that has returned is when you do a dolphin dive off a high enough location, you will cause an explosion around you. But the only thing really that's that useful, at least in this version, is no damage from explosives. There it is. In previous versions, it also gave you the added benefit of no fall damage, I believe. I can't really remember. That was really useful at the time, but that doesn't really exist anymore. So, one of the things we want to do now is we want to make a crawler. In most Black Ops 2 maps, making a crawler is actually not advised because they can die. They can die on their own without really anything touching them, which is weird, because back in Black Ops 1, they can die on their own if you get too far away from them. Back in Black Ops 1, if you made a crawler, it would crawl its way around the map. Sometimes you would lose it, but it would stay alive, so you could do whatever you wanted without any interruptions from the outside world. In Black Ops 2, though, that's a little different. I just realized I need to get the paralyzer out, because if you take fall damage with Permaflopper, you lose Permaflopper. I might have already lost it, actually, but it was, I got what I needed out of it. Let's check my crawler's still alive. It is. Now we can kill these zombies. But one of the cool things about buried that you can do is, you see this guy, the Giant? He has a lot of unofficial names, but his official name is the Giant. I don't know if I want to give him a nickname on recording yet. If anybody's watching and cares, go ahead and give him a nickname. First one I see, I'll give it to him. The Giant can look after a crawler. That crawler will not die unless I want him to, so you can do whatever the hell you want. Although there is a few problems with that. For example, when we travel back in time, which we're going to do, you will actually lose that. You will lose that crawler. You won't lose him, but he'll get away from the Giant. So, here's a little money duplication glitch, or trick, or I don't know if it's intentional. They've had time to patch it, they have yet to. If you put a time bomb down prior to... okay, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this in a second. Is that all I have? Okay. I was about to say, I have been doing a lot of zombie playing recently, but I did not think my bank was going to be lower than 250. We only really need 125,000 because we only really want 250,000, because we're not really buying anything else in this game except for upgrades, which we can save the money up for. And the real purpose of this is to fill my bank up and to show you guys the glitch. So, if you Galvanickles these, you can add 1,000 points to a power-up. You can continue to add points to this power-up as much as you want. Now, if you put a time bomb down before... actually, I'm not sure this is going to work as well as I thought it was going to. If you put a time bomb down while you have points in your inventory, and then you put all of those points into this power-up, and then pick up, and then go back in time and pick the power-up up, you will get all the points back from the power-up, and you will keep all the points that you had when the time bomb was placed. Now, I've done it a little bit odd here for a couple of reasons. One was intentional, one was unintentional. So, as you can see, I keep all the points, but I haven't doubled my points, because when I put the time bomb down, I had yet to take the money out of my bank. I'm not sure whether going back in time means that I didn't take the money out of my bank, or I did. If I did, that was a failure of the duplication glitch. If it wasn't, if I didn't, then it was a success of the duplication glitch. I'll show the duplication glitch off again later, with a little bit more of a easy to demonstrate situation. In later rounds, you do not want to do what I just did. In later rounds, you want to keep the crawler away from you and put all your money in the bank. But since it's round 10, I can comfortably say that I can put all my money back. Anyway, whether I did the duplication glitch successfully or not, I think I did. I've got 250,000 in my bank now, which is the maximum you can have in there. You can tell because it didn't let me put any more money in there. Later on, again, I will show you in a more easily demonstratable way, and then I can explain it a little bit better. Not sure how I'm going to do this video or series yet. Usually I split the random zombie stuff up into chunks, which I might do with this run as well. One of the cool things about Barry, there's the ghost, so we do have a final free perk, which is going to be double tap, which is good, because we have an AN94. Do I have 36,000 in my inventory, by the way? Shit, man. That's going to be enough to upgrade. Here I was saying, oh, we don't need to buy anything, I can just save my points up. Don't even need to. Alright. You got, like, once you get used to this ghost house, you know the choke points enough that you know when to stop and when to be cautious. You know where they're going to come from. It's a short little house, so it's not going to be that bad. If you watch my movements there, when I did that, you'll be able to see what the strategy is. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go upgrade, and then I'm going to keep the ghost alive until I get back to the town, because the ghosts are a little easier to deal with down here than the actual zombies, in my opinion. You know, your experience may vary, but it's my opinion. So, if you're playing this normally, if you're playing zombies in general normally, and you're interested in this, because a lot of my friends are, so I'll tell you this as a YouTuber to a subscriber kind of thing. The last gun that you upgrade is the third gun for the purposes of Mule Kick. Yes, I just lost points, but come on, think about it, guys. What do I need points for? Absolutely nada. If I see any more ghosts, I know there are some behind me, so I can kill them and not lose the points, but probably should know the route a little better than I do. Oh, there you go. Good stuff. I think I'll kill the ghosts here. Getting back to the town will be easy from here. Yeah, so yeah, for the purposes of Mule Kick, your third gun is the last gun you upgraded. So, if you're worried about losing your third gun, because if you go down and get revived, you lose all your perks, and so that means you lose Mule Kick, and therefore you lose the third gun you had. If you're worried about what your third gun is going to be counted at, if you don't want the ray gun to be lost when you go down or something, then upgrade the weapon you want to lose, or you're less partial to last. That's what I did here. Now the Galil is my third gun. It's a habit of mine. I didn't need to do it. The reason why I didn't need to do it is because when I go down, I'm going to be keeping Mule Kick, so I'm not going to lose my third gun. But it's still a habit that's useful to get into. I guess it's not, in a way, because there's so many maps now that you don't have to worry about, like, dropping your third gun because Mule Kick will stay on you. I don't know. I never have too many issues with it. Honestly, I don't go down that often these days, touch wood. Yeah, I don't go down that often these days. I had a bad game just now, and it was 2 downs or something. You know, that was a bad game, because I went down on, like, round 3, where usually my first down is the last down of the game. Usually. Sometimes I do some cheeky stuff. Like, I've been playing a lot of Town lately with randoms, and on that, one of the things you've got to do, and you've got to do it carefully, too, because it can get you fucked. One of the things you can do, there's a perk called Tombstone, which drops your weapons and your perks that you had when you die, and you can come back and pick them up, but only if you kill yourself completely. Like, if you get revived, you can't pick up your guns and your perks, but if you die completely and come back and get your tombstone, you can. One of the things you can do is you can die, leave your tombstone, die, leave your tombstone, then when you come back to life, you can buy all the perks you didn't have before you died, pick up your tombstone, and now you have all the perks. So obviously that's it. Something you've got to do is, like, sometimes when I'm playing good players, I'll just be like, alright, well, when I die, I'll go do it. But when I'm playing with randoms, I know that, like, with certain randoms, because there's good, you've got 1,000 people online at peak on this game. So, that's a small community. A good 50% of that community are as good or better than me. So, but I love playing with shitty randoms, so when I get into one of them lobbies, I stick around a lot longer. And in some games, if you go down, because I run into good players that are like round 20 players. So it gets to a certain point where this is true with almost everybody. You know that if you go down, the game is over, because you are the best player in the lobby. That's not always true, but sometimes it is. And when it is true, Because you got this guy who's killing a lot of people, who's doing well, he's reviving a couple of people, he's a good player, but he goes down 2 or 3 times in every 5 rounds or something, that's his ratio, and I revive him, at that point, I'm keeping the team alive at that point. So I know that if I go down, that guy might slip up and the run might be over. So at that point, what you've got to do, because remember, if you go down, you don't really lose anything with Tombstone. So what you got to do is you've got to like kill yourself right at the end of the round. But you've got to know, yeah, these randoms can handle the rest of the round. So what you've got to do is tactically make sure you kill yourself with like 2 or 3 zombies left. It's sometimes they keep a zombie and they're hitting the box, and sometimes I'll go around like, haha, I'm gonna kill all you crawlers, because I hate crawlers. But sometimes I'll just let them hit the box and I'll kill myself, so it makes it easier, because I know they won't die to like 3 crawlers. Sometimes they'll die to 3 crawlers, but hopefully not that often. So the strat on this now is to kill them as fast as you want, really. You can still kill them one shot with the Galva Knuckles for right now, but that will soon become irrelevant as a strategy. We've got probably 2 more rounds of it. Maybe I'll do it this round. Yeah, the thing is, like I said, like last round, points are of almost no consequence at this point. I may want to grab an AN-94 and upgrade it, and then I may want to buy ammo for it every now and then, but even then I haven't done that yet. I've had, I don't know, 10 good runs on this map this year, like really good runs. I haven't played it that often, and in all of those good runs I have not had to buy ammo for the AN-94. I haven't used the Galil before though. Usually I just brush by it and I'm like, maybe I just won't go for it. But this time I actually got it, so I thought I'd use it. I'm not sure how much it's going to hold up over the next couple of rounds. It is a frickin' beast though, look at that. I'm not sure how much it's going to hold up, whether it's going to last between max ammo cycles or not, but at the very, the thing is, we don't really need the Galil 2, because the Paralyzer does work. And the Paralyzer has infinite ammo, so, or the Petrifier it's called, upgraded. I was probably talking about something. Well, we're set up now. This is the buried strat, you know? And once you get good at it, as you can see, I now have a bank with 250,000 points in it. And I was able to get that back up, and I could probably get that within like 3 duplication cycles, because you got to remember, the more you duplicate, the more you're making per duplication. Because every duplication, like let's say you started with 30k, next duplication you're gonna have 60k plus what you got last time. So at the end of that duplication, you're gonna have 120k. And then you're gonna have 240k. You know, you probably made about 10k while you're looking for max ammos too. So it probably is a 3-cycle thing to fill your bank up. By the way, insta-kill does affect the Paralyzer, as you can see. It makes them die so much quicker. It's kind of useful. I don't know. It's 50 points for the Paralyzer, which I think is less than a body shot. I could check, but they all died. So. Yeah, but at this point in my zombies career, when I've got a full bank, I took 30 grand out, got to get the time bombs, and then I've probably filled my bank back up. I could probably speed the process up even more with certain things, but yeah, with 250k, I can have like 4 bad runs before I start thinking about restocking my bank. And keep in mind that you can use your bank money on this map, Diarize, and Transit if you want. Transit's a bit of a trickier one. It works, you can do it. I've got no issues with it, really. By the way, I just scared the giant. If you shoot the giant, he'll just go lock himself in his cage. I can show you where all the key locations are if I ever need him again. Will I need him again? Probably. The only thing you need him for from now on, if you've got the Paralyzer, is opening the church. And the only reason why you don't want to open the church, if you've gone my route, which is getting Vulture Aid through free perk system, because you can get Vulture Aid in the church as well. Well, you can buy it. Oh god! Oh, that wasn't a nuke. Why do I think every power up is a nuke? The only thing you need the church for nowadays is getting there's a build workbench in there. And if you want to build all 4 of the buildables, then you need that open. But, the buildables are great if you're playing a 2-player game, a 3-player game, or a 4-player game. 2-player game and 4-player is where it excels the most. But the buildables on a single-player game, I'm not sure how useful they're going to be.